Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Beluga Whale. It is 7 a.m. I haven't slept. One, because I got a new monitor and a new GPU today, so I've been like it's so nice. It's so addicting, honestly. Like, revitalized my addiction for video games, but that's not important. Today's video, I guess I'm gonna title it like preseason first impressions, like I did this last preseason too. It's weird because I played a little bit and I've been theory crafting a lot. Riot did give me a PBE account. I talked about this on Twitter and maybe in some of my videos and on the stream and stuff, but they didn't unlock it when they first gave it to me. I don't know if it's unlocked. I didn't get on it today. Unlocked means it's level 30 and I have enough RP and IP to like buy everything and try out everything. And the main reason that this is even relevant is because since it wasn't level 30, I couldn't get runes, and I didn't have access to smite either. So I didn't get to try out anything on PBE, even though they gave me PBE like the day before this patch came out. Technically, I should have been able to try out a little bit of stuff. Anyways, it's not that important. The point is, I played a little bit of preseason. I think I played a couple of normals. By the way, can we talk about how cool this damn diamond icon is this season? I was so disappointed by last season's. Where is it at? This, like, was a letdown, dude. I mean, it was not too bad, but like, the season 4 one looked better than this one. This is season 5, of course. Season 4 one looked better than this one, and the season 3 one, 2 one, and 1 one are all, well, season 1 didn't have diamond, but you know what I mean. This one was just a letdown. I mean, it's just not as cool, but this one, I really like this one. I really like this one. Anyways, I played some. Let's see. This is the first match I played on this patch, and I didn't get jungle. Every other game I think I've gotten jungle. Yep. This one I didn't get jungle because I queued jungle top, and that was a mistake. I actually took I streamed this game. I think there was only like a couple of people there, but why can't I? It doesn't matter. I took this mastery, Courage of the Colossus, which doesn't work on Garen. I didn't even read it. It only works with champions that have hard CC. Garen has no hard CC. Anyways, I played that game, and then I've been doing placements for ranked flex. I lost my first 2 games. Sorry, the first one because I messed up with my masteries, and I mean, my teammates did stupid stuff, but I could have won it if I was like really trying. This one I lost. And we had like an all-star top. I don't know. Like, I hate to throw blame around, but I did the best on my team this game. Still lost it. Wasn't able to carry. Won all the other ones past that. And I've been like kind of making notes. That's what these 2 sticky notes things are that you can see. I've been making a bunch of notes, trying to like theory crafting, trying to see who's good. You can see all these games I kind of kicked ass. It's mostly because I'm playing against low level people on my main, which means I have access to everything, which means I don't know, I'm just not. This is gonna sound like cocky no matter how I say it. I'm better than all these people I'm playing versus. Since I lost my first 2, that puts my MMR pretty low. Which, I mean, you know, it's whatever. I don't care that much. But I've been playing against like golds, low plats at the very best, but mostly golds. And I've just been stomping them. So it's weird because I think all these champions, all 4 that you can see here, are pretty good this patch. But they might not be. They might not be good at all. I might have just outplayed my opponents. I don't know. But anyways, so let's talk about masteries, I think. So let's make a new mastery page, and I'll run you guys through some of the changes. Fresh Blood is new. Your first basic attack against champion deals an additional damage per level, and that's 6-second cooldown. This makes a little bit of sense for 80 carries. Maybe they'll start taking it because like every time you trade, you know, you'll want to trade every 6 seconds and you'll get a little bit bonus damage. That makes sense. Maybe ranged mids might take it. That also makes sense. Top laners could, you know, it kind of makes sense on laners, but it kind of doesn't. Maybe you want Feast, kind of counters that, or maybe you don't want either, maybe you want this. Either way, it's a weird mastery, but I do think it's actually really good on junglers. So let's say we're going for it. Basically, the reason this is so good on junglers is because a big thing on junglers, and it's the reason why Thunderlords was taken so much on junglers. Like, of course, when they made the new Strength of the Aegis, which isn't here anymore, that became the dominant one, which I did say, if you care to, you can look way back when. I used to think Strength of the Aegis sucked when it first came out, but I said if they make this where it works for jungle camps. It didn't always work for jungle camps. It used to not give you any bonus life killing large monsters. It was only for cannon minions, if you don't remember. I was like, if they make this for junglers, it'll probably be the best jungler thing. That's what happened. So they took it out because it was by far the best. But Thunderlords was also good, coming back to my point, because doing upfront damage. Well, I'm gonna change the song. This is annoying. Okay. Doing upfront damage is a big deal. That's why Thunderlords was a thing, because doing upfront damage means that you're more likely to kill someone when you gank. Like if you have an upfront burst, it's pretty good. That's why you didn't see this that much on junglers, because basically on junglers what you're trying to do is secure a kill every time you gank. You might not always get a kill, you know, sometimes getting a summoner is a good gank, but the best way would be to get a kill. This doesn't help you get that initial kill. All the junglers should focus on is getting that initial kill, okay? It's like a big deal for junglers. So, because of that, I think Fresh Blood's pretty good, because it's just going to add a little bit of bonus damage to the beginning of your ganks, early game. It might make a difference. It might net you a kill. I'm going to start taking it on all my junglers. We'll see how it works out. Other than it, you don't need Feast. That's another thing, which we'll probably talk about a little bit later. Jungling is super easy. Since the smite change, they might toughen it up a little bit. They probably should, because right now you can play any champion and jungle easily. You don't even need a leash. You can just clear the jungle. Every champion in the game can just clear the jungle. I mean, basically, if you're new to season 5, think of it as now every camp has the smite buff that Red had. So you just get healed every time you smite a camp. So it just makes jungling super easy. And we're gonna talk more about what that affects build-wise in a minute, but basically you don't need Feast, because every jungler can jungle. I mean, every champion can jungle, pretty much. It's easy. This one's okay, but this, by definition, relies on teammates. Relying on teammates has its ups and downs, you know. Don't always recommend it. Vampirism versus natural talent. Pretty much always going to be taking natural talent. Because of what I just said, jungling is easy. You don't have to take Vampirism to clear the jungle anymore. You used to have to take that on certain champions to get through the jungle. You don't have to anymore. It's very easy. And then, as for these three, Bounty Hunter is most of the time... Well, if you're playing a full tank, I wouldn't go Bounty Hunter. Battle Trance is definitely best for full tanks, because you just gain increased damage the longer you're in combat. Tanks plan to be in combat for a very long time. You'll definitely get max usage out of this. I don't know who would take Double-Edged Sword, because now 4 ranks of Bounty Hunter outweighs Double-Edged Sword. They buffed Bounty Hunter to where if you get all 5, it way outweighs these two. So I think Bounty Hunter is the best bet if you're playing an offensive champion. You should always go Bounty Hunter. If you're not, and I could see them nerfing this maybe down to like 1.2% or even like 1.1, just to make it enough to where it's more than these. Like I do like that they made it to where it's still a gamble, but the gamble pays off. If they didn't buff this, then they would, all 3 of these would eventually net you 5% increased damage, and this one would pretty much be the best one. But since this one nets you more than that, nets you what, 7.5% at max rank? I'm actually going to pull out a calculator. I haven't had any sleep, like I said, so I know how to talk about League, but I cannot be bothered with even simple calculations, my man. I'm pretty sure it's 7.5 though. Let's find out. Yep, that's right. Alright. Let's keep that up. Maybe we'll use it later. But anyways, it's bothering me. We might use it later though. Okay, so basically Bounty Hunter is always the best bet. As long as you're on an offensive champion. Like, for example, I don't care about that. I didn't get 5 unique kills on Maokai, And I almost didn't get it on Nasus and Scion. And on all 3 of these guys, you can't see it here. I definitely took Battle Trance on all of them. On tanky champions, take Battle Trance. It's definitely the best for tanks. You don't want to be taking increased damage. That's stupid. And this is best for offensive champions. For example, I took it on Nocturne. Very successful game, 11-1. Anyways, all the rest of this shit's about the same. The only difference is Fervor's a little bit different. Fervor's still pretty good, but it's only good on AD champions. Instead of before where it gave you bonus physical damage and people were taking it on like Echo and like all these weird champions. Now it's only good on champions that have like scaling moves with AD. Like you can still take it on Echo or Teemo or stuff like that, but it's not nearly as effective anymore. Now it's much better on champions that scale with AD. It's actually a little bit better than it was before with champions that scale with AD. I did take it on Nocturne as well. But main difference for junglers is it's super easy to jungle, so you don't have to. You should never make your mastery page structured to help you clear early. That should not be a concern right now. I imagine they're gonna buff up the jungle because it's just too easy. It's way too easy. You never would take like this mastery is almost useless right now. Still makes a little bit of sense in team fights, you know, but like this one's useless, this one's useless, this one's useless as far as junglers are concerned. It just it's too easy. Anyways, back over here, let's talk about Greenfather's Gift. Every time you jungle, you better be taking Greenfather's Gift, because if you read it, it's your next damaging attack or ability deals 3% of your target's current health. It's bonus magic damage. Your target. That's what it says. It doesn't say champion. It says target. And that is right. It does work on jungle monsters. If you're ever going to the Cunning Tree, which I don't always go into it, but if you are going into the Cunning Tree, you gotta take Greenfather's Gift. It's gonna make your jungle route a lot quicker. You can take this one. It makes your jungle route faster. It's not about ease at this point. It's about speed. So I think I did actually take this one when I played Nocturne. Otherwise, I didn't go into the Cunning Tree. Take this. Take this. Offensive champions, you probably want this. You can take this or this. I don't actually know what I took. Let's pull up my match history because I'm getting about tired of not knowing what the hell I took. Let's find out. Wonder if it's updated on their website. Last season it was not updated on their website and it was all fucky for like a month, but it's updated. Yeah, so I did take this. As far as AD assassins are concerned, this is probably your best mastery page. But anyways, take this one. As far as these Thunderlords is, I mean, all these are the exact same. So you can take Thunderlords on certain offensive champions, but meh. I haven't played any of those yet. Maybe we'll talk more about that. Like I said, my pool is so limited right now. It's a lot of speculation, but some of this stuff is fact. Just, you know, listen to what I say and take whatever opinions you want. I don't care. Now, as for the Resolve Tree, there is big news about the Resolve Tree, which is really subtle. It's actually really subtle, but it's pretty important. So just take this note. And I meant to try out Malphite, but I gotta go to sleep because I am going to be streaming. Most likely. No guarantees because I gotta work today, but I'm probably going to sleep for like just a few hours, get back up and start streaming. But anyways, what they've done in the Resolve Tree is they made it to where, and this is why I wanted to try Malphite and Rammus. I'm going to jungle them today at some point, most likely, because, well, I don't need to go to the champion page. Anyways, you're going to be taking this. You don't need this to clear the jungle, so you're probably going to be taking this anyways. You can take this, or you can take this. This mastery sucks, especially for junglers. This mastery sucks. This is, the only time that this mastery is good is when you're getting beat and you're getting sieged. It's near an allied turret. If it was near turrets, it would be pretty good, because that means when you're sieging, they call it siege master, but it's really like defense master. It's only good when you're versus your own turrets. So like when you're getting turret dived or some shit, you get a couple bonus armor measures. This mastery is terrible. I mean, I see the premise by it, but I really think they should just make it near a turret. Tanks would always take it because you're going to be turret diving as tanks. You're going to be turret diving either way. And then maybe like buff these up a little bit, but right now it just doesn't make sense. So probably taking this one. You don't need this one to clear the jungle. Jungling is easy. Probably going to be taking this one. Now, on the flip side of that, you are still going to be taking runic armor. because it affects you in team fights a lot. Like, you know, the 3 tanks that I've tried out so far are Maokai, Sion, Nasus. Nasus is passive is lifesteal. Sion, your W, and Maokai, your passive, and of course this also increases Courage of the Colossus. But anyways, this isn't the focus. The focus is you're gonna be taking this mastery. You're gonna be taking this mastery. You gain 10% plus 10%. That's 10% of your total armor magic resist. As far as I might be too tired, even if it's bonus, it doesn't matter. You're getting a percentage plus 2 per level. So like at level 18, it's 10% plus. No, it's got to be 10%, and the 2 doesn't add the percentage, but still, you're getting a percentage armor increase plus a little bit more, you know, up to like 36 bonus armor magic resist every time you're damaged by an enemy champion for 2 seconds. That will also be increased by this. This is where it starts to get a little bit fucky. This percentage and this percentage are going to start scaling together, right? Keep going. If you can afford to, you're going to take Legendary Guardian. Legendary Guardian is going to give you armor magic resist. It's going to be increased by this. It's also going to be increased by this. Keep going. You're going to get Courage of the Colossus on champions that can afford it. If you, like I said, the only champions that you can go Courage of the Colossus on are ones with hard CC. If you don't know what hard CC is, basically, it's keeping an enemy still. So snares do count as hard CC. Even though they can auto attack and cast spells, as long as the spell doesn't make them move, that is hard CC. All you need to know is hard CC keeps them still. So snare, stun, knock up, knock back, knock anything. There must be more, but I can't remember. But basically, not hard CC are like silences, slows aren't considered hard CC. Even Nasus Wither, pretty harsh slow. It's not considered hard CC. What else am I thinking of? Silence. I already said silences. I don't know. The important part is if you hold them still, that's hard CC. So anyways, this is going to be increased by this, and you're going to be getting all kinds of bonus resistances from this. If you take a page, God, if you take a page that like has scaling resistances on it, most of my pages have scaling magic resist on them. But if you can afford to take scaling armor, which I'll try out most of this later, but like it's just right now you're going to be getting tons of resistances, and that's why I wanted to try out Malphite and Rammus, and maybe even Galio. These are all champions that actually their damage actually scales with their resistances. I tried out Maokai, whose damage scales with his health a little bit, his passive, but well, no, that's not true. But his kit scales with his max health. But either way, I'm gonna try out those guys later. Basically, you can get really, really, really tanky now, and there are two sides to that. You can get really tanky, but you might not do damage. So that's kind of the balance that I'm finding right now. What I know for sure is, like I said in the video that came out on Sunday, was it whatever, Nasus is going to be really good, because what you can do with Nasus is get really tanky. Also remember, his ult gives you resistances, which goes back to scaling up with all that percentage shit. Anyways, Nasus is good though, because he does damage with his Q. Like I said, you're going to focus on getting your Q a good bit while you're jungling on Nasus. Like, it's not all your focus, and I'll give you guys a Nasus guide probably next week. Obviously, I'm skipping the guide for this week. It's too much new shit. There probably will be a guide on Nasus next week. But anyways, you're still going to be doing damage. You're going to get all these bonus resistances. That's kind of the balance you have to find. Like, Maokai, I did fine this game, but it's going to be weird getting enough damage with Maokai, because you are going to want to take this Courage of the Colossus, because it makes you so much tankier. It is a very powerful mastery. I guess I should talk a little bit more about it, but we'll touch back on it in a second. But you kind of also want to take Grassy and Dying on Maokai, because this actually makes you do a little bit more damage. So it's weird. I think the best ones are going to be champions with hard CC. Nasus unfortunately can't take Courage of the Colossus, but I'm kind of trailing all over the place. Let's reel it in, and I'm going to tell you guys about Courage of the Colossus. You gain a shield for 10 plus 10 per level plus 7% of your max HP for each nearby enemy. Alright? Let's do some math here. Where's my calculator? Alright, let's say I'm Maokai and I got 3,000 life. Can you Can I do anything? Okay. Let's say I'm Maokai and I got 3,000 max life at level 18, which is kind of low. It's probably going to be above that, but we'll guesstimate with 3,000. Alright, so I'm gaining 10 plus 10 per level. That's 180. Sorry. 180. I'm gaining 190 plus 7% of my max life. So let's go ahead and do plus 0.07 times 3,000. That's gonna give me 210. Doesn't seem like that much, but it's for each nearby enemy. So if I'm playing Maokai and I W into the enemy team, which your W will proc this because it's a snare, we talked about this, the whole enemy team's there, I'm gonna get a shield that is, wait for it, 12,040, a health shield for only 4 seconds, but they try to blow all their stuff on you. Boom. Now this math could be wrong. I'm tired. I can't be fucked to like actually mentally check it, but it's a big ass shield depending on what your health is. And this was a low estimate. Remember, 3,000 life is a low estimate for Maokai. On top of this giant shield that you're all of a sudden getting, you're also gonna get this, which I do recommend taking every time that you possibly can. Like if the enemy has tons and tons and tons of CC, you really do need the tenacity. That's just how it is, man. But if you can get away with this, then all of a sudden you got this giant ass shield. They try to blow spells on you, right? You get this giant ass shield. You also get all sorts of bonus resistances because you got all this scaling shit. You got percentages. It's just insane amounts of tankiness. So yes, long story short, Courage of the Colossus is a good item. I mean, good mastery. It is a very powerful mastery on the correct champions. That's it. And make sure you're taking, like, if you're jungling, take this. If you're laning top, you might need this to trade with your enemy laner, but you don't need it to jungle. Jungling's fucking easy mode, so I recommend this. And I do have a list over here. If you want to pause it and like copy this shit, feel free, my dude. I'm not gonna run through the whole list because this video is already like dragging on forever. I just want to keep explaining this stuff. So, anyways, this is perfect scenario for Maokai. You're getting super tanky just by Wing into the enemy team, which is something that you're gonna do on Maokai. You're gonna initiate fights. Might as well build that Righteous Glory, son, and then hit that Righteous Glory, hit that W button, and you're going in. And then all of a sudden, you've got like 1,000 plus bonus health and a shield, and you get all of a sudden probably like 50, 60, 70 bonus resistances in both slots. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's fucking insane. All right. But if you can't take Courage of the Colossus, which not every champion can, including Nasus, who I still think's really good, chances are you're probably going to take Bond of Stone, at least on Nasus. Now, as far as every champion, if your champion can't get Courage of the Colossus and they don't do any fucking damage, then you probably need to go Grass the Undying. But I imagine, for now, champions like Olaf, Nasus, maybe even, no. Let's take a look. Because, of course, Olaf doesn't have any hard CC either. So let's try to find another tanky jungle that does a lot of damage. There's really not that many tanky jungles that do a lot of damage, that are viable, that don't have hard CC. Like, that's a pretty narrow thing. I'm just going to leave it at Nasus, Olaf right now. Both of those guys would probably take Bond of Stone. If there's another one that you want to play, you probably shouldn't. You honestly probably shouldn't. If I couldn't think of it off the top of my head, it's probably not good. But in that case, you might want to go Grass the Undying. Now let's talk about smites. Last thing we're going to touch on is smites. Because the jungle is so fucking easy. What the hell is this? There was gonna be a kill guide at some point. I promised that to you guys. It never came. It's not coming. Don't. If you were ever looking forward to the kill guide, I'm sorry guys. It's not coming. But anyways, so thing about smite. Where the fuck is the jungle item? Just one. This will work. All right. So we can talk about smites. The thing about smite is the jungle is so damn easy. Whether you use your smite or not. Like before, it was necessary that you always smited Gromp and you always smited Raptors. We talked about this a lot at the end of the season. I talked about this probably throughout the whole season. It's important that you smite Raptors and Gromp because Raptors gave you the vision buff, which helped you gank, helped you, ambush, everything like that. Gromp gave you a huge damage boost in like team fights. Like, it actually made a significant difference. Nowadays, you only smite. You can either smite to secure your buffs, which I recommend if you like on your first clear, in case they're trying to cheese you or something. Probably just want to smite, secure your buffs, and other than that, you only smite when you're missing HP. And the jungle's just fucking easy. I don't think the monsters do enough damage. On top of this smite healing you for free, I just feel like the monsters are weak. Really, really weak. For some, I don't know why. Maybe I've only been playing champions that are like decent jungle. I'm going to try brand jungle and some shit. So I can see maybe Karthus. I'm going to try to make the jungle actually be difficult because it's just fucking easy. Because of this. Because the jungle is super easy. And because you do not need to smite camps, certain camps, for other reasons. Like, so there are two reasons you use to smite a camp. One, because you needed to smite it to kill it, or two, you needed the buff from it. This is gone. You needed the buff from it, gone. Now you only need to smite camps because you need to kill it. That ends after like your first clear. You can just keep clearing the jungle. You don't need smite. You don't need smite at all. Because of that, that means you will never, ever, ever take Tracker's Knife anymore. Please. Please. Tracker's Knife is a huge setback. Like, if you're really high elo or you're a professional or some shit, yes, wards are a really big deal. You might still need Tracker's Knife because of that. But honestly, we can talk a little bit more about that in a second. Oh shit. Oh. You will never go Tracker's Knife. You guys watching my videos, you guys that watch my videos and other stuff, I do not recommend going Tracker's Knife. I told last season I said it was my favorite smite. It's the best smite. Blah blah blah. I'm straight turning a whole 180. It is not good because you're not going to be smiting your jungle monsters. So if you take this, then what are you going to use smite on? You don't have to smite the jungle. The jungle's fucking easy. And you can't smite champions with this. What are you going to use? What are you going to use it on? So go blue smite or go red smite. I've been going red smite every game. Red smite's more powerful than blue smite. Straight up. You can't argue that. Red smite's a better smite than blue smite. But if you are having trouble getting ganks off early, or you don't believe me, you can go blue smite. But red smite's more powerful. Red smite does more damage and it makes you take less damage. It's just better. But you just can't go Tracker's Knife anymore. There's no reason for it. What did I say I was going to talk about? I just talked about it. I could like pause the recording and go back. We were talking about smiting. I don't remember. I do not remember. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I feel like this was the last thing I wanted to talk about was the smite changes. Fuck. I'm actually going to stop recording and try to find what I was talking about. I'll be right back, I guess. No, I can't be bothered. Yeah. Okay, I remembered what I was going to talk about. We were talking about how wards aren't that big a deal. So what I've been doing in my games, as far as wards are concerned, you might be able to tell what I've been doing. I've been going blue trinket, my dudes. So basically how I feel about wards, and this is I'm making another video almost exactly like this next Thursday, so watch out for that one. But last season, you all know for most of the season I like taking Tracker's Knife and I like taking a red trinket. You couldn't do it on Lee Sin, and I can't go farther back in I mean, I guess I can look on let's look on this. Let's look at my extended match history, shall we? Let's just go way down. Alright. It's not going to work because I had to do red smite to get to diamond, because red smite, it's just the best smite. But anyways. So how I felt most of the season last season was you needed to go Tracker's Knife, you needed to go red trinket, because Tracker's Knife gave you wards and red trinket gave you the ability to clear wards. But Riot, Riot, good old progressive Riot, they threw them all onto the same thing. There's this new thing called the control ward, which is basically red trinket still exists. You can still get red trinket and you can still get a green Tracker's Knife, and then you get two different things to do what this item does. It's a ward. It's visible by enemies like a pink ward is. Pink wards don't exist. Like a pink ward was. But this one disables nearby wards, so it's a little bit better than a pink ward. Pink wards used to reveal the other wards. They didn't disable them. This one disables them. Now the enemy will know it's disabled, so they'll know you have a control ward there. But you can kind of use this like you did a red trinket. You can sneak up in the lanes with it. I don't know if I bet my audio sounded like ass while I was leaning away from it. Sorry. But you can use this like a red trinket and use it like a ward. So what that means is you're just going to be buying a bunch of these, and you can place more important wards with, say, a blue trinket. Because blue trinket means you don't have to face check anything, so you don't get killed for no reason. Also, you could just hold on to a yellow trinket. That's fine too. If you want to hold on to a yellow trinket, you know the difference between blue trinket and yellow trinket. Both of those are fine. You're probably not going to be going red trinket. I mean, I'm not saying it's a coincidence or anything, but the 2 games I went red trinket, I lost. 4 games I went blue trinket, I won. Maybe there's something to do. No, that is not at all the reason why those games went like they did. But I do think for sure that you're going to be just buying a shit ton of control wards, and because of that, because they do the red trinket's job, you're never going to get a red trinket again, so you might as well hold on to blue or yellow. And blue's generally considered better of the 2. Yellow's good too. Somebody on your team needs to have a yellow. So if your whole team, look, we ran into this problem. Was it this game? Yeah, it was this game. Look, this guy was trolling his ass off. He didn't even have a trinket. This person was out, I think. Anivia had a blue trinket. This was actually Anivia support. I don't want to talk about it. Anivia had a blue trinket. I had a blue trinket. It was split pushing. Since this person was out of wards, Anivia didn't ward. She had a sightstone thing, but she's just fucking stupid. She didn't ward. And I couldn't place any wards for my Irelia to teleport. It was actually right... Let's find out where it was. I can tell you the moment, because we all died. This is the moment. Yeah, we were doing Baron, right? Yeah. See where the deaths are? See where the deaths are on the minimap? I was about to point to it. Like, just look at the minimap. 24:55. So my team was doing Baron. Irelia was bot, but Irelia couldn't teleport in because nobody had a ward to place for. I went red smite because red smite's the best. So maybe in that case, maybe yellow trinket would have been better. But that's it for the video, guys. Like I said, this is all preliminary shit. Take a look at this this list right here. Can't see it, then turn up the quality of the video and look at it. These are all champions that I, within the time of a queue, so about 5 minutes at the very most, I theorized would be candidates to use Courage of the Colossus, the new mastery. That's actually pretty good. So take a good look at it. You guys want to try any of these? You want to give me any feedback? Feel free. I'm going to do it myself, so you don't have to. But this isn't the complete list either. But if you're thinking about who you can take Courage of the Colossus on, and you didn't think of any of these, you know, maybe try them. But anyways, that's it. That's it for the video. I got to go to bed. There'll probably be a stream today. Probably. Like I say, I gotta go to work at 5. You can see it is currently 7:37, so we'll just see how that fucking works out. But anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.